me. Let me get this camera straight. And it's Saturday. So we ain't gonna sweat the watches if the alarm don't go off. We gonna give myself some time to get that right today. Just didn't have too much time to deal with it. I'm busy stacking the show and doing other stuff. Dealing with Trump. Do you believe Jeffrey Epstein claims that he has the goods on Trump? What do you guys think? You think Epstein had the goods on Trump? Let me get this chat open over here. How you guys doing this morning? What we got over here? Let me see. Okay, wait a minute. I got time. Okay, you know we got to always start it off with some praying. Thank the Lord for letting us be here another day with each other for episode number 400. Casey, good morning. Mark Dorfman, Rebecca Lanyan Bueno. Who else we got up in here? Liberty and Justice. We want to pray for Luigi also. That's my brethren right there. Who else we got in here? Billy, IO 6422. Casey, that's right. Batty, Lynn, Valor, Valor, Rums. Also, Batty Lynn, Jeffrey Spilker. How you guys doing this morning? Sam Champion and everyone that's tuning in this morning. Good morning. Hope everybody is good. Because guess what? It's almost time, and we got a little bit of backup just in case. Hope you guys are doing good. What's going on, Casey? Episode number 400. We finally made it, y'all. Y'all remember we had just broke the 365, had about 25 more episodes to get that, and we did it. That's right. We're going to keep on going, y'all. Like I said, don't sweat the watch. It's the man. Because I'm ready to go, and they're ready to go. I said it's time to start the show. I hope you're ready, yo, 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 yo. And like I said, I'm going to do it myself. Wind it up. Wind it up. Wind it up. Wind it up. Okay. Hey, you need to stop there. You're messing me up. Okay. That's right, y'all. You know, I don't care. I know how to do everything analog. I was brought up in the analog era. I'm going to get that right, and we're going to use him from now on. So let's go. Let's open up those pores. We got to open up those pores. I feel good on this Saturday morning. Open up those pores, everybody. I said we open up these pores. Every other day, we've been doing stuff for the ladies. But today, I'm thinking, fellas. You know how when you break up, that's that one song, no matter what, we always play that song, fellas. You know what I'm talking about. Oh, come on. Oh, yeah. And what I'm about to say, oh, well, I tried to tell you so. Yes, I did, but I guess you didn't know. As I said, the story goes, baby, now I got to flow. 'Cause I knew it from the start. When you went and broke my heart, that I came and go again. And I show you that I win. You lied to me. All of the times I said that I love you, you lied to me. Yes, I tried. Yes, I cried. You lied to me. Really return the things you used to do and lied to me. And girl, I cried. Girl, I cried. Return of the Mac. That's right. Return of the Mac. Come on. Return of the Mac. Return of the Mac. Y'all know how when she broke up with you and you was in there, you was heartbroken and you ain't had nothing else to do. You blasted this song right here. You came out the crib, you was in the bathrobe like doom, 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 doom. I'm on. As soon as he hit that high note, you're like, yeah. Girl, I got it going on. Like you had to get yours back, bro. You know what I'm talking. Y'all know what I'm talking about because you did it before. You crying and stuff like, I am the Mac. You right. Y'all know why I'm amped up, right? First of all, because I'm here with you. Plus, because if pump that beat. It's Saturday the 15th. That's right, y'all. It's 2025. I'm your host, Bugatti NYC, and this here's our bottom line where we be talking about this and that and that and this and this and that and that, where we be talking about this and that and that and this and this and that. Just got me lit. Told y'all I ain't need no watch. I am no watch. How y'all doing this morning? It's your boy Bugatti NYC, and like I always told you, y'all could have went anywhere. But the fact of the matter that you came here to chill with me, I appreciate you. What are we gonna be doing this Saturday morning? We going over current events. We talking about trending topics. We gonna be doing updated information from everywhere, all across the world, because that's what we do at Our Bottom Line. #1 show on YouTube in the 6 o'clock hour. Nobody messing with us. #1 chat. Family members, and y'all know why we do it. Make sure that we try to keep the show going the way that we do that. How? We got to stay on point. Got to make sure that we sticking to the topics, and do your boy a favor. Make sure that you're trying to, keep up to what we're doing. Don't go this way, that way. It's cool to have a little bit of fun, but let's try to stay on topic, everybody. Let's see who we got up in the building. Return of the Mac. Return of the Mac. Yeah, we could talk about that real quick. I will definitely have anything to do with those comments right there. Anytime you guys want to just pop in and say, check this out. If y'all want to say anything about y'all situations when y'all put that song on and y'all came out the room and y'all just had it bumping and your mother's like, what's going on with this boy? And you're feeling a little bad because she just left you, but it's the return of the Mac. Baby, you ain't gonna hurt me. It's time to get it in. It's time to see what we do over here. Okay, who we got up in the building right now? We got Angela Johnson. That's right. We got Valen, Cameron's. Who's that? Cameron's Grant 8334. Michelle Hemby 586. We got Casey up in the building. That's right. Rebecca Lon Yen Bueno. I see you chiming in from Grand Rapids, Michigan. There you go, Liberty and Justice. Let us know where you're from if you would like to see local news from your area. Also, yeah, let us know because we definitely do that all the time. What else we got going on over here? Angels Among Us. Luigi, good morning. I'm ready to get to work, you guys, because we done did a lot. We did the opening, and y'all know what I'm about to say, right? Let's get into these titles. I ain't say this yet. I got 5 on it. Stacking 5 videos. Do your boy a favor. Let's try to stay on topic. Let's try to stay on point. Also, let me know what time it is. Somebody told me earlier, I'll see you at 4 o'clock. I'm like, where you at? They said Montana. That's right. Different time zones, different things going on. That's why I always love to hear from you guys and see what you guys got going on and where you're chiming in from. Big shout out to Montana. You know I'm going to be looking for information over there, right? Let's go. But we got to start it off this morning, this Saturday morning, with information from President Trump just in as President Trump issues a blunt response to Marjorie Taylor Greene. And let's get into it, you guys. There's a little bit of criticism going on here, but let's go.
Today, Marjorie Taylor Greene, who is a big ally of yours, said that she would rather see you focused on nonstop domestic policy meetings here at the White House instead of nonstop foreign policy meetings. What's your response to her saying that, and also saying that grocery prices are up and not down, as you've said?
Yeah, so I don't know what happened to Marjorie. She's a nice woman, but I don't know what happened. She's lost her way, I think. But I have to view the presidency as a worldwide situation, not locally. I mean, we could have a world that's on fire where wars come to our shores very easily if you had a bad president. We had a horrible president, and we ended up with Russia, Ukraine, and we ended up with other disasters, too. Don't forget, I put out 8 wars, 9 to come. I think I'll get the other one taken care of, but I put out 8 wars. And look at the damage that Russia, Ukraine has done to us as a country. I mean, we spent $350 billion. We're not spending any money anymore. Now they pay us through NATO. You know, I got NATO to go from 2% to 5%. Well, that's very important. When you're president, you really sort of have to watch over the world because you're going to be dragged into it otherwise. You're going to be dragged into a world war. I think if I weren't president, first of all, that war would have never happened if I was president. And if I weren't president, that war could have led to World War III. It won't. It's not going to anymore. But when I first got in, I said, wow, this situation could lead to World War III. And I got NATO together. I got everybody together. But with all of that, I passed a great, big, beautiful bill, which is the biggest tax cuts in the history of our country. So when somebody like Marjorie Taylor Greene, who's now catering to the other side, I don't know what, I guess she's, got some kind of an act going, but I'm surprised at her. But when somebody like Marjorie goes over and starts making statements like that, it shows she doesn't know. I don't devote a lot of my time. Let me give you another example. China. China was going to hit us with rare earth. Now, everybody says, what does that mean? Magnets. If China refused to give magnets, because they have a monopoly on magnets, because they were allowed to happen over a 32-year period, there wouldn't be a car made in the entire world. There wouldn't be a radio. There wouldn't be a television. There wouldn't be internet. There wouldn't be anything because magnets are such a part. Now,
got to keep it on important topics. Appreciate that, President Trump. But we got to get on over to some other information that we got. Information coming up that I cannot dodge. I got to go right into the flames like a moth to the flame, burnt by the fire. Yeah, we got to get right to it, you guys. We're going to stay in Washington for a little while because Trump urges the Department of Justice to launch the Epstein Democrat probe. Let's go, you guys. We're getting a lot of pushback about this. Let's go early. We into it early.
Good evening. We do begin tonight with this very rare move today by President Trump amid growing questions about President Trump's connection to convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein and multiple new emails coming to light referencing Trump. Tonight, the president, in a post on social media, has now ordered the Justice Department to investigate Jeffrey Epstein's ties to prominent Democrats, including former President Bill Clinton and others. President Trump's Attorney General Pam Bondi replying with a social media post of her own, saying she will pursue this with urgency, after Pam Bondi previously said the investigation was over and advised the files not be released. Top Democrats calling the president's move panicked and desperate and an effort to get the spotlight off of Trump. Even some Republicans on the Hill tonight uncomfortable with this move. Mary Bruce leading us off.
Tonight, amid new questions about President Trump's 10-year friendship with sex offender Jeffrey Epstein, Trump now trying to shift the focus to Democrats. In an extraordinarily rare move, a president going on social media and publicly ordering his Attorney General, Pam Bondi, and the FBI to investigate Jeffrey Epstein's involvement and relationship with several prominent Democrats, including former President Bill Clinton, former Treasury Secretary Larry Summers, and, quote, many other people and institutions. Within hours, Bondi, with a public response, will do, appointing U.S. Attorney Jay Clayton of New York's Southern District to lead the probe, saying the department will pursue this with urgency and integrity.
If Nino going down, everybody going down with me. Don't beat me up. You know I got a joke on everybody. I really want to bust out and tear it up right now, but y'all going to be tight with me if I do it. Fuck it, I'm doing it. Nino go down, everybody go down with me. I was down with the CMB. That's right, Cash Money Brothers. You see him over there. Kareem Akbar. That's the one that really was running the show. Told me they was going to off my mother if I didn't be down with them. Seemed like somebody is saying some other people over here. You know what happens when the light shines on you a little bit? You start telling on other people. So y'all could get me for that. I know. Go ahead. I'm ready for the arrows. Come on.
This despite the fact that earlier this year, Bondi herself closed the books on the Epstein case, insisting there's no there there, saying we did not uncover evidence that could predicate an investigation against uncharged third parties. Tonight, top Democrats calling Trump panicked and desperate, saying he's trying to deflect from serious new questions we have about his relationship with Jeffrey Epstein.
Donald Trump's name himself is in a lot of those Epstein files, as we've seen, and a lot of those emails. The question is, will Donald Trump be investigated as part of this, or is there going to be one set of
You cannot investigate a sitting president. Remember that?
rules for Donald Trump's friends and supporters and another set for his critics?
Clinton traveled on
You can do like an impeachment, but I don't know if this calls for impeachment.
Epstein's plane on multiple occasions after his presidency, but says he was unaware of Epstein's crime.
Like I said, I'm telling on everybody. If I'm getting in trouble and getting investigated, yo, you, and only you in the back and near the middle or the front, yo, they had something to do with it too. I'm telling on everybody. Fuck that. Oh, crabs in the basket, crabs in the barrel. Yo, this is about to get crazy.
and never visited Epstein's private island. The former president has not been accused of any wrongdoing.
Uh-oh.
Tonight, even some Republicans frustrated with Trump's new demand.
I don't think it's appropriate for him to do it. I would ask him not to do that because all it does is taint our legal system.
It comes 2 days after the House Oversight Committee released thousands of documents from Epstein's estate, many mentioning Trump. In a 2017 email to former
Nope, because we got a gang of that coming up, and we gonna get into it. Aha, do your boy a favor, double tap that screen and get those likes up, because we got to keep on moving forward. We have some chilling information that has to do with Alina Habba. Her office was attacked by a radical lunatic who was swinging a bat. He came through there like, yo, I need to see Alina real quick. And they was like, man, you know you can't come in here with that bat. He said, okay, no problem. He went and put the bat up and came back. What type of security do you have when you see the fool with a bat and you let him come? Lord have mercy. Let me show y'all this nonsense right here. Check this out.
The Justice Department looking for an unnamed suspect accused of ransacking acting U.S. Attorney for the District of New Jersey, Alina Habba's office on
How did he get in there? How about that?
Wednesday night.
Shanley Painter here with all the details. Shanley.
Hey guys, so acting U.S. Attorney in New Jersey, Alina Habba, says despite the alleged attack, she is undeterred in her work. She posted this on X, quote, I will not be intimidated by radical lunatics for doing my job.
Darling, exactly.
Authorities
Damn,
are
right?
seeking a man who brought a bat to Habba's Newark, New Jersey office, which is also the home of a federal immigration court. The New York Times reporting that the man was barred by security from entering with the bat, and when he returned without it, he was allowed to enter. Then he proceeded to the floor where Habba's office is located and began screaming incoherently. In a social media post, Attorney General Pam Bondi confirmed the individual destroyed property in Habba's office before he fled the scene and said Habba was not harmed, but she vowed to find the suspect and bring him to justice.
What we can say is we are finding these people, we are arresting them, and we are charging them. They will go to prison for as long as we can send them.
Just like the dude that threw that Subway sandwich that you said he was gonna go to jail and he got right back out. Now I rocks with y'all, every one of y'all, but I gotta call a spade a spade. And yeah, like what type of trouble he gonna get in for ransacking the office? And how did he get in there? I hear what you're saying. Go ahead and do the after work. I got to give it to everybody, man. Everybody getting it from now on, because I'm not going to feel comfortable and this show ain't going to go right. I'm going to put it like this to y'all. Republicans is getting it. Democrats is getting it. Independents is getting it. Human beings is getting it. I'm getting it if I do something wrong, because y'all going to call me out. So we going to go there right now. I'm telling y'all right now, you're going to get mad at me because I'm about to talk about some people and you really go for them. So if you're a gung-ho party and don't care about nothing that they do, you might be mad. We're going to keep on moving forward. We got to get to Russia with these drill zones. I can't say that word because it slammed into a block and flashed and strikes across Kyiv. This is some BBC News information. Uh-oh. Make sure BBC reporting the right information now, because you know how they get down. They'll play one part and change it to something else.
Let's return to that story in Ukraine. Russia launching a massive missile and drone attack on the capital Kyiv overnight and other areas of the country. I can show you some of the nighttime pictures in the skies above central Kyiv. At least 6 people, we're told, were killed, dozens more wounded in these attacks, including children and a pregnant woman.
What?
Let me take you to some live pictures from Berlin, where the defense ministers from the group of 5 countries, that's Britain, France, Germany, Italy and Poland, are speaking to reporters after discussing additional aid for Ukraine. I'll just read you the comments from the German defense minister, Boris Pistorius, who says Russia is massively targeting Ukraine's civilian energy infrastructure. Putin is clearly aiming to make the winter as unbearable as possible for Ukraine, to destroy their morale and break the resistance of the Ukrainians. And to that, he has pledged another 150 million euros. That's around $174 million towards another Pearl package. So that's the money that the Europeans are using to buy US weapons that they will supply to Ukraine.
Yeah, but they got to give them that money back, I think, double. Like, the interest on that is crazy. Plus, Ukraine has to give up mineral rights for all of that stuff that's going on. Vladimir Putin strikes again. See, told you. Every time you think everything cool, he be like, if he dies, he dies. and send another one over there. Don't care about the kids, don't care about the pregnant women. Vladimir Putin, I ain't scared of you no more, homeboy. Yeah, we can shoot. You can shoot the fifth fair one. I don't care about you be riding horses and bareback or whatever like that. You look actually suspect doing it. And I don't like when I hear stuff about kids getting hurt. You know we don't play that over here on Our Bottom Line at all. No kids or no women, especially pregnant women. What is wrong with you? Okay, I got to keep on moving forward because I'm going to get pissed off right now. We're going to get on over there. Are y'all ready? Start spreading the news. I'm leaving today. I want to be a part of it. New York, New York. These vagabonds. Let me stop. Let's get on over into this right now because this is not even funny. Someone that a lot of people are turning into a fan, a famous guy, someone that you guys think he's a cutie, and you guys, y'all got a little bit of shine on him as far as the ladies. You guys like this guy too, even though he's allegedly pow-powed someone. I'm talking about no one other than Luigi Mangione. His lawyer says that there's no proof from the pow-powing and something about, oh, here we go. We got information that questionable about the information that he got from his mother, basically saying one thing, and it's a little puzzling because it's alleged that she called and said, well, I think that's my son, and then she said something else. I want you guys to get this direct information from what they're giving out right now. Luigi Mangione, lawyer, says no proof of mom commented on the CEO's pow-powing. Let's go.
Pretty shocking new developments in the case of the accused killer, Luigi Mangione. Tonight, his defense team is taking aim at the New York City Police Department and its chief of detectives. They are demanding proof of a pretty surprising statement made at a press conference after Mangione's arrest, purportedly about a comment that Luigi Mangione's own mother made to police about her own son. New York City's chief of detectives, Joseph Kenney, made the statement at a December 2024 press conference. He said San Francisco police had called Mangione's mother during the manhunt for the killer of the United Healthcare CEO, Brian Thompson.
I know I shouldn't be doing this, but this is the part that I be trying to let people remember, what that person actually did. I know you probably don't like what that person was doing, what their job was, and what it was about. What their job was, but in plain sight, if you guys can really just justify this by just saying, oh, well, I know insurance has affected tons of people and everybody has their opinions, but that's the reason why everybody has their opinions. And I see a lot of people forgetting this part right here and not mentioning the name of the CEO who was slain as well. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys.
They were vetting a tip that a photo of the murder suspect.
I seen that lady run up out of there and he let her go.
Suspect resembled Luigi Mangione.
It's also constantly clearing the chamber so he can get more shells to come out. So while the person is down, he's still emptying more shells into him.
Here is what he said.
Part of that vetting process was that they reached out to Mangione's mother in San Francisco very late on the 7th. They had a conversation where she didn't indicate that it was her son in the photograph, but she said it might be something that she could see him doing.
It might be something she could see him doing.
I don't care about those small little things right there. If I'm a judge, I'm like, okay, next, let's keep moving. Because something like that it's not important to me. It's not more important than what the case is about. Trying to get all these little technicalities to throw this out, throw that out, I get it, but let's get to the meat and potatoes of what's going on here.
Doing damning words from a suspect's own mother if she said it. The defense wants proof that Mangione's mother actually said that about her son. They claim the line has been widely quoted by several news outlets.
Why does the line matter? Talked to you about that yesterday. If the mom's called and had anything to say about her own son and that is suspect, that's anything to go on. We already know that once you put one plus one out, by the time they get back to it, they're going to say, hey, Bugatti said it's 4. He's crazy. Exactly, because nothing that you put out comes back the same way that you originally put out. That's why I always say never say anything that you're not going to be able to stand on, and why I try to be cautious as possible. We got to get on over to New Jersey because bail has been set for a New Jersey restaurant owner who was detained by doom. Ice, ice, baby. Get your hands up against the wall. Y'all know what I'm talking about, right? He was detained by ICE. His brother really misses him. And he seems like he's actually a positive influence on the neighborhood. You guys let me know what you think. He's a restaurant owner, and guess what? He opened up another restaurant. So you mean to tell me this man was able to open 2 restaurants and he got pulled out? I mean, he got arrested by ICE?
Jersey restaurant owner detained by ICE may soon be able to go home. Adi Guajardo was in Belmar, where his family received the welcome news from court today.
Emilio's on Main in Belmar, New Jersey, opened its doors on October 9th.
We have the pork and carnitas.
An American dream come true for Emilio Marquez and Ruperto Marquez, 2 brothers who spent years working in the restaurant industry.
Think about how many people they got working there. Think about it being a legitimate business. Think about how many people they deliver to, how many people actually eat there, how much it's helping out the community. Think about stuff like that before you just say send them back home. Certain people that are very stern, and I know because I play like that too. This is not one of those instances. Hopefully, and honestly, with a business behind him, he should have been able to get his paperwork, especially when he's performing this well for this long. Let's go, y'all. And he's got 2 locations.
I cannot work without him, and he cannot work without me.
Just 10 days after the brothers opened their 2nd restaurant in New Jersey, Chef Ruperto Marquez was arrested by ICE agents on his way to work.
I was kind of upset.
Tarico, how you doing?
I didn't know who to call.
Ruperto Marquez is being held at Delaney Hall. Community members rallied and called for his release. We reached out to the Department of Homeland Security on Thursday. They did not provide a statement. But according to a statement from earlier this month, Ruperto Marquez was arrested during a routine ICE operation.
Man, this man ain't no D-rug dealer. You kidding me? Like, you gotta make some exceptions for certain people, I'm telling you. Get that man that paperwork so he can keep on making businesses to get more people jobs and make some more positivity on the neighborhood. And I don't even know what the food tastes like. Probably good as hell, ain't it?
Adding that he entered the U.S. illegally and was issued a final order of removal by an immigration judge this summer.
There's no record of there being a hearing in July.
The statement also highlighted a prior charge for resisting arrest and local ordinance violations.
He thought he was told he could go, so he turned around to leave the scene, and that's when the police picked him up.
On Thursday, an immigration judge set a $7,000 bail.
The immigration judge did find that Roberto is not a danger to the community, nor a flight risk.
Marquez's immigration attorney says he's legally authorized to work in the U.S., adding that DHS now has 1 business day to file an auto stay. And if DHS misses the deadline, Marquez will be freed. Emilio says they now wait.
God has a destination for us to be together again.
Come on,
I'm told
man.
Marquez's family and his supporters are planning a major welcome home party if he's freed on bail. If not, the mayor says they will continue to rally and call for his release.
All right, y'all. Like I said, I understand a lot of people say deport them, deport them, deport them. I understand that. I understand you want to deport a lot of people and send them all back home, but I'm going to let this one get a pass because I think it's right. And do your boy a favor now. We've been working hard. Double tap that screen. Let's get those likes up to get more people over here so that they can get the information that we're getting. It's 6 o'clock in the morning plus. That's what we do every morning, you guys. If y'all appreciate the content, go ahead and double tap that screen to get those likes up. Hit that notification bell down there so that you know when we're on. If you haven't become a member yet, why haven't you? And if you want to subscribe, that'll be even better. Because guess where we about to go right now? Now, what y'all want to do? You want to be ballers, shot callers, brawlers, who be dipping in the bins with the spoilers, on the low from the Jakes and the Taurus, trying to get my hands on some grants like, yeah, y'all, we going to go right to Camp David, because we haven't reported on who? Sean Diddy Combs. He's up in the prison on D-rug treatment. He's got a couple of phone slip-ups where he did a 3-way phone call, so got a little chastised for that. And possibilities of him getting out of jail with his time cut by 12 months because he's in this program. Let's get into it, you guys. I know y'all want to see what your boy Diddy doing, so here we go without any further ado. Ding, 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 ding.
Staying busy inside Fort Dix Prison in New Jersey. According to CBS News, the music mogul is working in the chapel, participating in a drug treatment program, and has gotten in some trouble for an unauthorized phone call. The National News Desk, Jeff Harris joining us. Combs was just moved, we just talked about it, to Fort Dix in late October after being sentenced to over 4 years in prison. Jeff, tell us more, though, about his first 2 weeks.
So according to prison documents obtained by CBS News, Combs is working as a chaplain's assistant, which is considered one of the more desirable jobs at Fort Dix.
You got the devil working for the Lord. Oh, my bad.
His day-to-day includes maintaining the chapel library and cleaning the chapel's office. Now, what makes it
Could you imagine Puffy cleaning up something? He in there wiping tables off and stuff like that. For real, big fall from now. What you want to do? You want to be wipers, dust? I mean, it's a little bit different now, buddy.
especially desirable is that it allows Combs to work in a private office, usually with air conditioning, and it also at times comes with food. Combs has also been assigned to the Residential Drug Abuse Treatment Program, which correctional officials say inmates need to qualify for. A criminal defense attorney telling Fox News last month completing the program could knock some time off of his sentence.
For someone whose sentence was greater than 37 months, they are eligible to have up to 12 months taken off of their sentence.
CBS is also reporting Combs has found himself in some trouble after making a 3-person call on November 3rd, a violation of prison rules. Now, Combs is scheduled to be released from prison in May of 2028. He was sentenced in October after being found guilty on prostitution-related charges. But following his time in prison, he will also have 5 years of supervised release.
Yeah, but if you get that 12 months knocked off, it might be a little earlier than that. And you know, as people are trying to give him like different programs to be a part of and things like that. Do your boy a favor. Let's double tap that screen to get those likes up. Get more people over here. You don't believe me? Hit the like button. Watch the next thing you're going to see is people say, hey, what's going on over here? How did that happen? Because YouTube sent up a notification with that thumbnail and said, they got it going on over there. That person hit the button and they came down there and they said, what's going on over here? Let's get on over to Florida and Palm Beach, where these federal workers asked this landlord for extra time to pay his rent. You know what the landlord did? Filed for eviction. Now, if you tell me that ain't bad, that's some terrible stuff right there. That's like a veteran asking for a little bit of extra time, and you know that they're going through something. Why would you not understand and try to be flexible with a person?
Respect.
This is when what happens when you work with corporations and you work with computers and people that don't have a heart and that can't actually see you and speak to you about what's going on and understand. AI may have to understand it when it starts taking over certain things like that. Because we have a gentleman right here who's a federal worker and he just asked for a little extension and they try to get him kicked out of his unit.
I give respect and I expect respect back.
Francisco Isern tells me for the first time in his 10 years living in this West Palm Beach apartment building, he missed a rent payment.
I think I have a fair reason why I'm not, it's out of my control.
As the federal government shutdown stretched from October into November, the VA employee sent this letter to the company that owns his building, letting them know he's a federal worker going without pay, asking for extra time to pay his rent as soon as he gets back pay. No response until this text arrived Wednesday. Good morning, Francisco. Eviction has been filed. The management company is now asking for late fees and legal fees on top of November's rent.
They should be ashamed of what they're doing.
Francisco says the more than $600 in fees are the least of his worries.
It's a serious business. You put eviction notice on my record. What are my chances of either getting lease under my name after this?
Well, first of all, it's a travesty.
Patrick Franklin is the president and CEO of the Urban League of Palm Beach County.
I wish we had the funds to help him or her in their situation, but our funds, a lot of our funds for emergency relief are tied to government funding. So we don't have the funds to do that.
He says the organization has spoken with multiple federal workers unable to cover their bills during the shutdown.
Taxpaying Americans here in this country that are being affected all the way down the line, and for us not to have that knowledge or to feel that, shame on us.
I tried repeatedly to reach the property management company.
Some property management companies are like that. They don't ever pick up the phone. It'd be so much that you got to go through, and look at what she's dealing with. Auto phone pickups and fake AI receptionists.
Oh, is anybody there? But could it get through?
I think they are being unfair.
With the end of the shutdown and an oversized paycheck on the horizon, Francisco is vowing to fight to get that eviction filing off his record.
My name, my reputation is on the line. And
So he basically got the money. He wants to pay him. He paid him, but it's like, you're going to mess me up because you done put that damn thing on my credit score now. Got me looking bad over here with this eviction. What you guys think about that? We got to stay in Florida right now because we got some more ICE arrests and illegal migrants that attacked permanent legal status. Check this out right here, you guys. This is pretty crazy right here. Check out what's going on with Florida law enforcement. They basically arrested over 230 criminal immigrants lacking permanent legal status.
New at noon, back here at home, we're getting an update from federal and state officials after an operation they say targeted people in the U.S. illegally with criminal histories. More than 200 arrests were made. Our Jolie Rodriguez has what we know about the people charged.
That shirt don't go, fam. Make sure it's always a solid color or something that's rocking. That right there, that's not good. Just a tip.
Here at the Miramar Immigration Center, they just announced a successful 10-day operation consisting of what they described as getting the worst of the worst illegal immigrants here, that ranging from sexual predators to violent criminals.
Over the 10-day operation, ICE and the Florida Department of Law Enforcement say they arrested 230 criminal illegal immigrants with, quote, egregious criminal histories. Some of those crimes include sexual assault, molestation of minors, possession of narcotics, and attempted premeditated murder, among others.
Good.
Commissioner Mark Glass spoke on behalf of Governor Ron DeSantis, who could not make today's announcement due to flight complications.
You could come here and enjoy yourself all day long, but you're not going to enjoy it on the expense of others.
Got him.
We will expel you from there.
The 10-day operation started on October 25th. Law enforcement say they arrested 54 sexual predators, 164 offenders of sexual crimes, 2 convicted murderers, 1 convicted of drug trafficking, and 8 other heinous felonies. Glass firmly suggests illegal immigrants to self-deport to avoid being held at one of the state's immigration detention centers.
Now this is the difference. We're not talking about the restaurant owner and the guy that's being a good, positive influence on the society. We're talking about pieces of like this. That's who we want to get up off the streets and out of the communities. Good work, that's what I'm talking about. And they just caught this other fool, El Fulio right here. He been on the run for about 3 weeks after Pow Pow, and oh man, I don't even want to say it because it's bad. Milwaukee, step to the front of the stage, please.
Now onto our big story at 9. The search is over. The man accused of shooting and killing the nephew of a Milwaukee alderman and injuring 2 others, now in custody.
Sam Kramer is joining us. Sam, what do we know about how this happened?
Hi there, Ben and Kim. The marshals found Martell Hare in Oklahoma, where they arrested him this afternoon. They had been looking for him for 3 weeks after prosecutors say he randomly shot 3 teens. One of them told police he pretended to be dead so that he wouldn't be shot anymore.
You guys remember this story. This is a follow-up.
Just listen. That's the sound of a shooter unloading his gun from inside an apartment near 79th and Hampton back on October 20th. A week later, Milwaukee police identified the shooter as 37-year-old Martell Hare. A criminal complaint says when a woman told Hare he should leave the apartment after something he said, Hare left the room. She told police he then returned with a gun and started shooting the 3 teenagers, quote, for no reason. 16-year-old Marquise Champion, the nephew of Milwaukee Alderman Mark Chambers Jr., died on scene. A 17-year-old boy and an 18-year-old man were also hurt, but survived. Though police identified Hare as their suspect, they could not find him until Wednesday. The U.S. Marshals arrested Hare nearly 900 miles away in Norman, Oklahoma. The Marshals tell Fox 6 they tracked him to a home there and that Hare tried running away but was arrested shortly after. That's notable because search warrants obtained by Fox 6 show Hare's family told police they thought he'd shoot at officers that were looking for him. In a statement Wednesday, Alderman Chambers called the news a huge relief for his family, adding, quote, We want justice for Marquise, and we also don't want the suspect to be at large and in a position to harm someone else.
Damn, a 16-year-old. That boy looked like a little baby, man. You for real came back and did that for no reason? Oh, man, we got to pray for that child, the soul of the child, as well as the family and everybody that was affected in this situation, as well as the other people that were hurt. Hopefully they get 100% recovery, as well as physical as well as mental, Lord. We ask that today. Amen. We got to keep moving forward. Do your boy a favor. Let's double tap that screen. Really, it's a bad story, but I like for more than one person to see this. I like a lot of people to see these stories so they can get understanding of what's going on. And maybe we can start to have a better community and conversations about stuff like this. And still got to start treating each other better. For real, y'all. Let's get on over to Philadelphia, where this girl is frightened because all she was trying to do was park her car. And somebody just pulled up on her and started letting off 8 pow-pows, went through the window, and luckily it missed her. You can see how her family members all shook up behind this that took the interview. And all she was trying to do was park her car. And it's just getting crazy out here, y'all.
Thursday night, and the big story in Action News is the search for the shooter who unleashed a barrage of bullets on a woman's car.
Police say she suffered cuts to the face from the flying broken glass. Action News reporter Becca Hendrickson live for us now at Southwest Detectives with the full story tonight. Becca.
Shari and Rick, we know that police were back in the neighborhood this morning looking for surveillance video of this incident. They're hoping it will help them piece together exactly what happened as they investigate why this woman was being shot at. Her windows are riddled with bullet holes, but the 20-year-old driver was not shot. According to police, the woman had been trying to park when she was attacked with gunfire.
She's scared, she's frightened, she's upset because she don't know why. Nobody knows why.
She had been going to her sister's house to do her hair around 12:30 this morning. Police say she was parking on the 5100 block of Greenway Avenue when a dark-colored sedan pulled up next to her and a shooter unleashed 9 rounds. The bullets smashed through her driver window and front windshield. Neighbors are confused by the crime.
If she was trying to park a car, why would they shoot at her?
That's still under investigation. Police say after being shot at, the victim turned onto the 1300 block of Paxson Street where her family lived, and they called 911. She had been cut in the face by flying glass, and police took her to Penn Presbyterian Medical Center.
I'm mad.
As her family tries to make sense of the crime, they say they're relieved she wasn't shot.
I'm thankful and grateful. My family, my brother, her mother, everybody just, we thank God that nothing happened.
And now they're just searching for answers as to why this happened. Again, Southwest detectives behind me are investigating this crime. Live here in West.
Because of the crime, because of what happened, and because of the pain that's in that man's voice, I made sure, I said, we're going to play this one right here. So you heard the pain and the urgency in his voice. It was just nothing to play with right there. And I know you guys heard that. It was just nothing but pain and like, why? And I don't know if it's from a relationship, an argument, or whatever it could have been. But I guarantee you one thing, God was there protecting her from those bullets. And the only thing that she got hit was for them shards of glass. So we definitely pray for stuff like that because we appreciate the fact that she didn't get hurt. And we thank God for making sure that the car protected her the best way that it could. Hopefully she gets better and gets through this. And also they find the people that's tied to this crime. Amen. We got to keep on moving forward, you guys, because remember the other day we had the jewelry store robbery, where one man went into the jewelry store and he basically ran inside and took something and ran out, and the father and son went back out chasing him. And as they chased him, he pow-powed both of them, killed the father as well as the son. Both of them worked in the jewelry store together. 2 generations. We got a follow-up story on this situation in Little Village, you guys. Let's keep on going. Let's double tap that screen to get these stories out and keep on moving on what we got going on here. Let's go.
A reward now being offered to help catch the shooter behind a deadly jewelry store robbery. Surveillance video shows the final moments of the 2 victims, a father and son, chasing the robber down the street. Asal Razai has details from Little Village.
The family is devastated. They told me off camera they can't imagine how they're going to get through the holidays that are just around the corner. Business owners in this area in shock. The shooting happened in the middle of this busy street. There's a growing memorial of flowers and candles in front of Joyeria Angelo's jewelry store. This is where a robbery turned deadly Saturday night, leaving 63-year-old Faustino Alamo and his 25-year-old son Luis shot and fighting for their lives in the street. Here's surveillance video from a nearby business showing the moments before and after the shooting around 5:45 that night. You'll see a man crossing 26th Street. As he gets closer to the store, you'll see he's wearing a Chicago Blackhawks jersey and appears to slip a hat over his head before walking into the store.
A shiesty mask is what he put on. One of those masks that I said as soon as anybody need to see him, they need to be able to call police. Oh, this man got a mask on, they gonna do something. Oh, well, everybody wears a mask. Let's stop letting the mask be a common thing. That damn ski mask. It's COVID's over. What the hell you got that mask on for? Let's keep on moving forward, y'all.
Within 15 seconds, you see the same guy stumble out of the shop. Another man runs out after him. You see them struggle into the street as cars are driving by. Moments later, someone else runs out of the store after them. The video shows them all running across 26th Street. Moments before, you hear over 20 gunshots. We're freezing the video before those shots were fired.
Be advised now at 2600 South Springfield, they're calling for 2 people shot in the street.
Police say the father and son were both shot multiple times, taken to Mount Sinai Hospital in critical condition, and later pronounced dead. Luis's brother tells me Luis has a license to carry and is usually armed. It's unclear if he had his gun on him at the time of the robbery or if he fired back at the suspect. Cook County Crime Stoppers is offering a $10,000 cash reward for anyone with any information leading to an arrest.
I know they was peed off about him snatching the chain and getting out of there and running away, but when it comes down to a certain point of it, y'all gotta let it go. Business owners, insure your property because you gotta always allocate for losses. I do not recommend people chasing people out into the street. I always tell you guys, because had it not been him, it could have been somebody else that was the lookout that would have did something. So yes, once they get it and they go, it sucks, but let them get up out of there. I know what you're thinking. And if you guys notice, there were like 3 gold chains in the street with a marking there. So nobody really made anything out of that situation. Those 3 gold chains are gonna wind up on somebody's neck, melted or smelted somewhere, and the people that actually lost their lives are never gonna be able to benefit from that. Life is more important than possessions, you guys. That's why I always say, in 100 years, our bottom line, Bugatti, nobody in the chat, they're not gonna remember none of us in 100 years. So live your best life, do the best that you can do, and be the best that you can be. So we don't hardly control anything out here. We also got to pray for the souls of the father and the son that lost their lives in this tragic event. And hopefully the people in the community, everybody that work there and everybody that's affected by this can get past it. Because I'm sure that a lot of people relied on that pawn shop and that jewelry store, as well as every other business in the neighborhood. Amen. Got to keep on moving forward now, because did you know that if you in North Carolina and you cheat on your wife, or if you're a woman and you start razzle-dazzling or try to riz somebody's husband, what's that right there? We got Starved for the Truth. It's $10. Thank you so much. Subbed, and thank you for that right there. I appreciate you, Starved for the Truth, for the $10 super chat. Everybody, let's give Starved some love, because ain't nobody else giving your boy no bread for the Starbucks this morning. Starved, thank you so much for the Starbucks donation. I appreciate you. Let's get back into this story right here from North Carolina. Women, be careful. If you try to riz someone's husband, you can be sued for that. Take it in. Take it all in, like those beautiful hearts right there that I'm getting over there, giving you guys all that love back. I see you. Take that in. If you try to put the moves on a woman's husband, you can be sued. Case in point, check out this TikTok influencer, what's her name? Browyn Leonard. She's been ordered to pay $1.75 million over an affair that she had with her manager. Let's get into it, you guys. I don't know. I don't understand how she was able to put the moves on him, especially when I seen this picture. But I guess he like them big. He like the big back, big backs, big back, big back. Yeah, her back is loaded up with dishes, food. Yeah, I ain't even gonna hold it back. Yo, I told you could talk about fat people on this show. You can say whatever you want. She big. She got big back. She ain't missing no meals at all. Now with that 1.75 million, she gonna be mad because that could have went to burgers. Go ahead and get me. Go ahead, do what you got to do. We talk like that over here.
Montague feud gone viral.
And it was nothing but lies.
North Carolina TikToker Brene Kennard ordered to pay $1.75 million after a jury found her liable for having an affair with her manager, Tim Montague, characterized under North Carolina law as criminal conversation and alienation of affection. Montague's ex-wife, Akira, suing Kennard for her deliberate interference in the marriage, including wrongful and malicious acts.
What's up, y'all?
Saying in a court filing, Kennard engaged in behavior designed to seduce him, like wearing very short skirts and twirling her hair in a flirtatious manner. The plaintiff's attorneys presented evidence, including sexual videos and texts.
She got them elephant trusks coming through like this with them size G's. She got the size G's, y'all. I'm good on the size G's. Them joints go past her waistline. Lord, she got all this soaping and up and all of that. Nah, I'm good. She could throw that joint on her back. Backpack boobs.
A video of Kennard dancing in the couple's home, and another video of her saying she cannot wait to be Mrs. Montague.
Uh-oh.
They argued the TikToker, who had millions of followers, flaunted their relationship on social media.
Hi, guys. That says that my client was telling the truth.
Akira Montague saying as a result of Kennard's actions, she has suffered humiliation, mental and emotional anguish, and injury to her health, adding their actions deprived their two young children of a two-parent household.
She has received justice from losing her husband and the father of her children.
But Kennard argues she had Montague's consent.
She gave her consent. She said it was okay because she knew her marriage was over with and it was done.
Kennard.
And so that's what's going on here. I know one thing, Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy.
Kennard now calling herself Mrs. Montague, saying the couple are married, though NBC News couldn't find any legal documentation supporting that claim. She tells NBC News in a statement, the verdict wasn't fair at all. I fought the lies for 8 days and the jury sought sympathy, not facts, adding it's not over until God says it's over. Tim Montague adding about the TikToker, my wife had no fair shot, especially when defending herself against an entire team of attorneys. As for that $1.75 million payday,
I don't know, but she'll probably never see it.
All right. I can put something on it. I can definitely put something on it. You know how black folk be. Look, I ain't got it all right now, but I can put something on it. You know what I'm saying? How you gonna put something on $1.75 million? How much you got to put on it? I got about $40 right now. You're going to be putting something on it until you go down under, girl. Please, you better go ahead and get out there and I don't know, sell some bras or do some, what do they call that thing? Because they be having them all little niche men that be liking that little freaky stuff with the girls with the big boobs and all of that. Yeah, you better do something. You better get that money together.
Maggie joins us now. Maggie, sorry, we were sort of glued to the monitors there. This one's a strange one.
Fair.
Let's back up.
How could you not be glued to the monitor without how she looked? Lord have mercy.
You mentioned this is
I'm surprised she could fit in the screen.
North Carolina law, but there are other states where people can sue over infidelity?
Yeah, Tom, that's actually true. And for people sitting at home thinking, hold on, you can be sued for having an affair, the answer is yes, indeed. This is a thing. In fact, in a handful of states, including Utah, New Mexico, and Mississippi. And
somebody says she represented herself, not smart. We always know the results of representing yourself. You ain't got no lawyer. You ain't got nobody to steer you in the right direction. And El Fulio gonna represent herself. Lord have mercy.
North Carolina, for its part, has actually seen multiple cases, including back in 2021. There was one involving a state senator that was settled out of court. And then back in 2011, a kind of infamous payday, there was one of these cases where a woman was ordered to pay $30 million for wrecking a marriage.
30?
All right, this is how it's going down. If I'm getting married, I want to get married in North Carolina. Anybody interested? I'm single. Y'all want to get married? You got to marry me in North Carolina. And you got to woo me, too. It ain't going to be easy. Because it's hard to date me now. So if anybody want to get married to Bugatti NYC, ladies only, because you know we ain't down with the broken wristed clique over here. Oh yeah, we going there today. We don't do this. No. We only time we do this is when it's a lady and she like, how you doing, Bugatti? Yeah, all that trills, nans. We don't mess with the Trans, Europe, Express. We don't rock with that. Sorry. We straight over here. We're going to keep on moving forward. And I'm talking about these fools that's broke as hell over in St. Louis. Because all I'm seeing is a bunch of stories about St. Louis people robbing stuff and it getting nasty. So St. Louis, step to the front of the stage. They ain't got no chill. How you going to rob a church for the turkey and the Thanksgiving food? How do you do that? Where do you come from? Where you take the damn turkeys from the church, from the people, and it's the second time y'all did it? Oh man, that must be an inside job. Let me tell you something. You got to be a real down low son of a bitch if you're gonna be stealing from a church the turkeys for the Thanksgiving drive. People gonna be going there trying to eat and ain't got no food because y'all done stole the turkeys. Oh man, St. Louis, y'all are dead wrong for this one. I don't even want to be reporting this, but here we go, y'all. Let's go. This church got hit by 3 thieves. Let's go, y'all. Come on.
The need during this shutdown are targeted by thieves again and again.
Thieves broke into a North St. Louis food pantry that has been feeding families for nearly 4 decades, several times in the same week. They stole thousands of dollars worth of food and clothing meant for families at Thanksgiving.
Fox 2's Kelly Hoskins is at the church where the damage can be seen and the pain can be felt.
Damn.
We're here at St. Luke's Missionary Baptist Church, where it's a home to a food pantry, and they've been serving the community since 1985, but now they've been hit hard, and they're calling on the community to step in and help.
You got to be a low
In the
down
heart
son
of
of
North
a bitch
St.
to be
Louis,
stealing
these
from a
boarded
church.
windows and this broken door are signs
Damn.
of what volunteers say happened 3 times in just a matter of
Stealing
days.
from the
I'm hoping that it's somebody that actually
Look at revolutionary, yeah.
You know, because they could have just called. My numbers is on the flyers. I've come down many occasions outside of our open hours and let them come in, let them go shopping. The second time it happened, I'm like, okay, are they taking it because they need it? Are they taking it because they're trying to give it out to somebody? You know, like what is really, really going on? Then the third time, I'm like, okay, why would you now do this to a church that you know is giving back to the community?
Church officials say thieves stole food and left the church with shelves nearly empty just days before they were set to feed families for Thanksgiving.
They threw a brick through one of our windows.
For almost 40 years, St. Luke's Memorial Missionary Baptist Church Pantry has been a safe place where neighbors know they won't go hungry.
Now they might, messing with them.
But this week, volunteers were sweeping glass, fixing locks, and staring at empty shelves. Church leaders say the thieves took everything: frozen chickens, canned vegetables, boxed staples, even clothing for families. More than $40,000 worth of food and supplies.
All right, I'm going there. I gotta say it. This is possibly an inside job because it's too much that was taken. Y'all ever see that movie with Martin when the guy said, yeah, they took all the rims. They came in there and stole all the rims. Martin was like, are you sure? Because they would have had to come in here with an 18-wheeler for that. I don't see any skid marks or nothing. Opened up this other truck and all of the rims was right in there. Yeah, it was an inside job because that was what y'all don't go there every day. It's not. Well, how much time do these people have allowed to do something like this? Yeah, okay. I got questions on this one, you guys. I'm calling it inside job. I don't know what you guys think. And I don't know if you guys remember this other story. We got follow-ups, and Lord, do her head look like a scrubby buddy right now. First, when we saw her, she had the red bouffant. Now, the lady that's involved in this this stills nabbing, she got an afro now. We're getting into this other story now. Well, the daughter of the victim of the McDonald's fatal stills nabbing gets angry. She left the courthouse, went and got a nizzife because she was peed off because they started showing how her mom actually got murdered. You guys remember this story about the manager in McDonald's that got stills nabbed by the worker who took her life. She has 6 children, and this is basically the second time that the suspect has went to court. And then the daughter of the victim got peed off about this. This happened in Detroit, you guys. Let me let them tell it because I have to be really careful with my word selection on certain things.
Go now to our other top story today. Chaos
But I can tell you her head look ridiculous right now.
inside an East Point courtroom as the suspect in July's deadly McDonald's stabbing faced a judge.
The victim's daughter tackled by police after leaving the courtroom and allegedly returning with a knife. But the hearing continued with prosecutors revealing how and why Afeni Muhammad allegedly stabbed her manager to death. 7 News Detroit reporter Ruta Alsonaida inside the courtroom. She's showing us what happened today and what comes next.
It was a dramatic day here at District Court in East Point as prosecutors played the surveillance video of what they say is Afeni Muhammad killing Jennifer Harris. It's that video that set off a chain reaction and left Jennifer Harris's 17-year-old daughter behind bars.
I want you guys to see this. She actually went out, got the knife, and came back. She had a hood on. They let her walk right inside. Watch this.
Right here is video of the chaotic aftermath of the 17-year-old daughter of Jennifer Jama Harris, who was tackled and arrested by police in the lobby of 38th District Court. East Point police say she brought a knife into the courthouse after seeing the disturbing surveillance video of her mother's murder in court. Harris's family was then barred from returning to the courtroom for the rest of Friday's hearing. Prosecutors releasing new video on what they say is 26-year-old Afeni Muhammad, her face covered with some sort of mask, a large knife hidden under her arm, walking into the back of the East Point McDonald's on July 10th, where she and her manager, Jennifer Harris, worked. Prosecutors say Muhammad was sent home earlier that day by Harris for slacking off. She later returned, allegedly stabbing Harris at least 13 times.
Even though Jennifer Harris had collapsed on her back, bleeding, the defendant intended to finish the job on the ground.
You can see in this interrogation video where Muhammad shows investigators exactly how she stabbed the victim, saying she felt no remorse because Harris constantly, quote, bullied her at work.
I feel better.
Prosecutors say the only reason the attack stopped is
If you guys didn't hear that, she said, I feel better.
because Good Samaritan Devontae Pace, who was in the drive-thru and saw everything, fired a warning shot towards the attacker.
I guess it would be a warning shot because she didn't get hit, but it definitely was towards her, and I didn't mind shooting her, so.
He said that wasn't a warning, pal. I was trying to hit her. She got lucky because it missed. He was trying to help the lady that was getting still nabbed.
I was shooting at her.
Judge Kathleen Galen finding enough probable cause to order Muhammad to stand trial, so she will be back in court December 2nd. As for Harris's daughter, who is accused of bringing that knife to court, prosecutors are considering charges for her actions in court. In East Point, I'm Ruta Alsonaida, 7 News Detroit.
It ain't gonna stick. That daughter was distraught, saw her mother getting handled like that, and she got to see the rest of the video from the other camera angle. That ain't gonna stick. Them charges, whatever y'all bring on that daughter, she out of there. I'm telling y'all right now. What y'all think? I mean, I see people in the comments already talking about, well, what you expect? The daughter, you know, she's peed off. That's crazy. That's crazy. The daughter's hurt behind that. The mother lost her life. She's no longer with her anymore. How would you feel? Still want to pray for the mother that lost her life in this tragic event. And now I want to pray for the daughter because the daughter had to go through so much pain. And as you can see, she's still not over it because she sees this tragic event and now she has to live with that. We ask for strength in this tragic time right now, Lord. Amen. Got to keep on moving forward right now because now there is a push from Washington, D.C. to release the Epstein files. Let's keep on going, you guys, and there's a big clash going on. Oh, y'all thought that we blew our load in the beginning? Stop playing with me. That was an opening.
A handful of Republicans have joined Democrats in supporting a bill that would require the release of the Justice Department's files on convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. The House is expected to vote on that as early as next week. President Trump has repeatedly called this scandal a Democratic hoax. Natalie Brand has the latest from the White House.
Not political. This is not a partisan issue. The sexual abuse of children and young women is in no way partisan.
Annie Farmer, who says she was abused by Jeffrey Epstein when she was 16, told CBS News why she wants the Justice Department to release all of its files on the case.
This trickle of information is really difficult, right? We're just asking for the full files to be released so we don't have to continue to live, in this roller coaster world.
Think about how the victims feel. You let the files out, now it goes crazy. Then it dies down a little bit. Back again, more files. Basically, let's tell the truth. Let it all out already. Let it all hang out. Come on.
Members of the House Oversight Committee this week released more than 20,000 pages of documents provided by Epstein's estate. A CBS News review reveals President Trump's name appears hundreds of times, including Epstein saying that he'd, quote, met some bad people, none as bad as Trump. And in one text exchange, someone whose name was redacted wrote to Epstein, "It will all blow over. They're really just trying to take down Trump and doing whatever they can to do that." Epstein replied, "Yes, thanks. It's wild because I am the one able to take him down." President Trump, who has denied any wrongdoing, again this morning called it a hoax pushed by Democrats and criticized some Republicans for falling into their clutches.
I've talked to many of the women, and the women themselves have said that Donald Trump did nothing wrong.
Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene is among the Republicans supporting a House vote that would compel the Department of Justice to release all the Epstein files.
The American people deserve to see transparency from their government.
That effort got the final signature it needed this week when a new Democratic Congresswoman was sworn in. A full vote on the House floor is expected next week. Natalie Bryn, CBS.
Keep on moving forward, you guys. I told you we had more, and I wanted you guys to see that, especially that clip that came before that. Let's keep on going. We got to get on into it because now we got more emails that are alleging ties between President Trump and Jeffrey Epstein. And yes, check this out. This is being presented by the House Democrats. And again, releasing it in dribs and drabs.
House Democrats releasing even more new emails.
Even more after the other day.
Emails today connected to the Jeffrey Epstein case. Emails that they allege show President Trump knew of Jeffrey Epstein's sex trafficking. The White House is calling this release of emails, a hoax. Scripps News national correspondent Alex Miller joins us live now from New York. And Alex, this is on top of the 23,000 emails that were released yesterday?
Yep, more of them.
Well, Del, the House Democrats are trying to highlight many of the emails that we are seeing coming out to paint the picture of a relationship between the president and Jeffrey Epstein. I want to talk specifically about that. In many of these emails, you can see that Jeffrey Epstein is talking about Trump in the days leading up to his inauguration, as well as during his first year, quite a bit. Let's go through some of these emails that have really made headlines. One specifically, by the way, Jeffrey Epstein does not use punctuation, so this makes it a little bit difficult to completely decipher, but this is about a week before Trump was inaugurated. He sends an email saying, "All good with Trump, lots of opportunity." Now that could mean that he's with Trump or that with Trump there is lots of opportunity. So we can't necessarily completely deduce what this means.
On the good side, if it's like all good with the opportunity, he's a friend of mine so we can get stuff done. On the bad side, all good with Trump because I got some stuff on him. You get where they're going with this? Let's keep on going, y'all.
Means, but if you look above that, the person responds where, and then Epstein responds New York. Now we looked where Trump was, and it appears that he was in New York during this time frame. He was taking all of those meetings from Trump Tower. Now let's look at another email that happened in the Thanksgiving during Trump's first term in 2017. Somebody asks Epstein who else is down there, presumably Palm Beach, and Epstein responds with a bunch of people, including Trump's name. So this kind of lends itself to the idea that Epstein was very plugged in to Trump's whereabouts. Now, looking at that, either Epstein had a direct connection to the White House, meaning Trump, or an indirect connection there with someone working inside of the White House. We see a trove of emails talking specifically about things that were happening in the White House, whether it be...
No, we're going to keep on moving forward. All right, I don't want to talk about that. I want to get into these now. Let's go on across pond where Epstein alleged Trump spent hours with one of the victims in the email released by Democrats. This is not me. I am reporting the news. Don't be mad at me for this.
Let's go straight to the US, where House Democrats say they have received new emails from the estate of the convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein that reference President Trump. This is the social media account for the Democrats on the House Oversight Committee. They say the emails from Epstein raise serious concerns about how much Donald Trump knew about his behavior. And in the last few minutes, we've had a statement from the White House in response. Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt says the Democrat selectively leaked emails to the liberal media to create a fake narrative to smear President Trump. Mr. Trump has consistently denied any wrongdoing in relation to Epstein. Let's go to our correspondent, Nomia Iqbal, who's following this story, very much a developing story. Nomia, what's the latest?
Well, Anita, with the return of the House, they should be talking about the government shutdown, which we know has been the longest in history, has paralysed the country more or less, but now it's become all about Jeffrey Epstein again. So we've got these documents, which obviously we're still going through. The US House Democrats released new emails, 3 of them, to and from Jeffrey Epstein that reference President Donald Trump. And so just looking at them, one of them is between him and his associate Ghislaine Maxwell. This was in April 2011, and it reads, "I want you to realize that the dog that hasn't barked is Trump." And then the name of who the Democrats say was a victim, spent hours at my house with him. Then there are other emails between Epstein and Michael Wolff. He is an author who's written quite a few books about President Trump, and it is in response to a question about Donald Trump. Let me quote you what Wolff has said in that email. "If he says he hasn't been on the plane or to the House, then that gives you a valuable PR and political currency." Now, the Democrats are saying this proves that President Trump had ties with Jeffrey Epstein and that he hasn't been open and honest about that.
So what the lawyer is trying to say is we're going to use that as leverage if he tries to ever say anything, because Epstein has the proof that he's saying allegedly that was actually, yeah. And they're like, well, we got the proof over here, so this is what they're alleging, guys.
The White House, as you read there, that statement from Caroline Leavitt, she has said that this is a fake narrative. You've got Republicans who've now dumped documents as well, saying to try and counter what they say is a cherry picking of the narrative by Democrats. Worth reminding that Donald Trump has consistently denied any wrongdoing in relation to Jeffrey Epstein.
All right, we got to keep on going now, because we're going to go to the lawyers for the victims, who basically had a lot to say about what's going on since these files have been released. Yes, what's going on here? Gloria Allred, attorney for 27 of the Epstein survivors, on talking about the email release.
The new allegations of hidden evidence in the Jeffrey Epstein investigation, with a big vote looming on releasing all the Justice Department's files in the case. Epstein's estate is now hitting back after the DOJ accused it of concealing documents, including Epstein's private emails released just this week.
So what was going on was they were like, why are you not releasing all of the files? Well, the DOJ is claiming that the Epstein's estate is only giving it to us in dribs and drabs. So now the estate says, no, we're not. We gave you everything. You guys are releasing it in dribs and drabs.
That do mention several Donald Trump by name. Those emails are now raising new questions about the interview Epstein's longtime associate and now convicted sex trafficker Ghislaine Maxwell gave to Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche, in which she said she did not recall the president ever being in Epstein's house. Blanche now says that at the time he conducted the interview, law enforcement didn't have the materials Epstein's estate hid for years and only just provided to Congress. Overnight, Epstein's estate responded, saying it is inaccurate to assert that the estate has hidden anything. Rather, the estate has always complied with its document production obligations, including in multiple civil lawsuits, in response to third-party subpoenas, and in the current congressional investigation.
All right, y'all. What
All
y'all
of this
think?
comes as House Republicans prepare possibly for mass defections in next week's vote on releasing all of the Epstein files. With us now is Gloria Allred, the victims' rights attorney who has represented some 27 survivors of Jeffrey Epstein. Counselor Gloria, always great to see you. Listen, with the release of these Epstein emails, what do you think, and what do the people you've worked with, more importantly, think is the most significant thing the public knows now that they didn't before?
Well, I think we're getting pieces of the puzzle, and that's very important. It's also very stressful for the victims and the survivors, because they're just getting everything piecemeal, leak by leak, piece by piece. And this is very distressing to them. The overall goal of many of the survivors is not just release of all of the information, which of course is important because they want to know the truth, they want transparency in the process, And most of all, if there are others who should be held accountable in the criminal justice system, then they want to know who they are and is there sufficient evidence to charge them. Let's just remember that the system has failed over and over again to help the survivors. Failed in 2008 when the sweetheart deal was given to Jeffrey Epstein. It failed again when he died at the Metropolitan Center in New York and therefore couldn't stand trial. It's failed over and over again. Now there's a political battle, not just a legal battle. In reference to the release of the emails from the estate, which provided them to the House Oversight Committee, my experience with the estate on behalf of many of the survivors is that they have been very forthcoming. And again, as they said, there are numerous civil lawsuits that have been filed against them. They have provided, in called document discovery, everything that was asked for. So the question is, why did Todd Blanche interview Ms. Maxwell, which was suspicious in the first place, for him to have done it, not having everything from the estate? Why didn't they subpoena?
That's the stuff that I actually want to know about too. I want to know what's going on with that vault that was inside of that, the vault that was at the island, because they had photos in there as well. Jeffrey Epstein appealed to the political evidence
This morning is new.
in dealings with Trump in 2018. Epstein actually was trying to be a part of the Trump administration's party back in 2018's campaign. Check this out.
Documents raise questions about whether President Trump was aware of Jeffrey Epstein's crimes. Trump, tight-lipped, refusing to answer questions about why he won't release the Epstein files. Mr. President, why won't you order the FBI to release the Epstein files? The newly released messages, part of thousands of documents from the Epstein estate released by the House Oversight Committee, mentioned Trump repeatedly. Shortly after he launched his presidential campaign in 2015, Epstein told at least one reporter that he had dirt on Trump and was willing to share. Writing, quote, "Ask my houseman about Donald almost walking through the door, leaving his nose print on the glass as young women were swimming in the pool, and he was so focused he walked straight into the door." Epstein then posing the question, "Would you like photos of Donald and girls in bikinis in my kitchen?" In one 2018 text exchange, the context of which is unclear, Epstein wrote to an unidentified person about Trump, "I am the one able to take him down." Trump and Epstein were friends for more than a decade.
Have you socialized with him?
Yes, sir.
Yes?
Yes, sir.
Have you ever socialized with Donald Trump in the presence of females under the age of 18?
Though I'd like to answer that question, at least today, I'm going to have to assert my 5th, 6th, and 14th Amendment rights, sir.
After Epstein's arrest in 2019, Trump said he hadn't spoken to him in 15 years. He insists he broke off the friendship when he learned Epstein and his co-conspirator Ghislaine Maxwell were luring away young female staffers who worked at Mar-a-Lago.
He stole people that worked for me. I said, don't ever do that again. He did it again, and I threw him out of the place, persona non grata. I threw him out, and that was it.
The White House insists he did nothing wrong.
These emails prove absolutely nothing other than the fact that President Trump did nothing wrong.
But Democrats aren't convinced.
I think the emails that were released today, again, just raise so many more questions.
And now 218 lawmakers, including 4 Republicans, have signed a petition forcing the House to vote to release the full files. The final signature coming from Congresswoman Adelita Grijalva, sworn in just Wednesday after a 7-week delay.
The timing of the 23,000 emails that were also released right around this time really put an exclamation mark on the need to have this transparency and for all of the files to be out.
We're likely to see something that we rarely see here in Washington. We are told dozens of Republicans are expected to break with the president and call for the release of these files, something that...
Oh boy, everybody wants the files. Ever since I've been doing this show, I could be talking about dogs, I could be talking about a cake, I could be talking about food, I could be talking about anything. I look down, release the Epstein files. I'm like, oh my God, please give these people these files, because you guys been asking for these files for a long, long time. Last but not least, Jeffrey Jeffrey Epstein's girl accuser. That's right, his ex-girl. She's got some really strong stuff that she has to say here. Again, today we're reporting the news as we get it. I can't verify what she's saying, but this is the ex-girlfriend. Yes, his best friend was Donald Trump, is what his ex-girlfriend is saying. Check this out.
Stacey Williams, who is Jeffrey Epstein's former girlfriend. She says she was groped by Donald Trump.
Do your boy a favor and double tap that screen if y'all appreciate the content that you're getting right now. I'm trying to make sure that we get all of this information out as best as possible. I'm not agreeing with nothing that these people are saying. I am delivering the news. Double tap the screen, get those likes up. Also, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Become a member. Hit that notification bell down there so that you know when we're on, and give me all the money in your pockets. No, don't do that, because I understand it's hard out here for a pimp. And I got some Bustelo in the kitchen, so I'm going to be all right. But I would appreciate if you double tap that screen and get those likes up to make the ends justify the means. I'd appreciate that, you guys. Let's go. I want you guys to hear this. And I can't validate or negate anything that she's saying.
Back in 1993 in Trump Tower. Stacey, thank you so much for being with us. Tell me about what happened to you.
Yes, I dated Jeffrey Epstein very briefly in 1983, and his best friend at that time was Donald Trump. They had a very close friendship, and one day I was on a walk with Jeffrey, and he said, "Let's stop in and see Donald in his office at Trump Tower," and I said, "Okay," and we walked in there. And Trump proceeded to grope me right outside of his office door while Jeffrey just stood there and watched. His hands were all over my body, and it was very odd because the two of them were talking about, something not about the groping. They were having a conversation, I don't remember what it was about, and smiling, continuing on with their conversation as if the groping wasn't happening, which caused me to sort of freeze up and be utterly confused about what was going on. After the incident, and it was, very brief, just a couple of minutes, we took the elevator, down, and Jeffrey's energy was very dark and sort of stormy and angry, and we got it on the street, and he just ranted at me and asked me, he kept saying, "Why did you let him do that? Why did you let him do that?" And I remember being utterly confused, like, yeah, why did I? What just happened? And as I came into my body, I got the sense that the whole thing was coordinated.
Coordinated? Why do you think coordinated if he was asking you why you let him do it?
Well, Jeffrey, I had told him many times that, I was very combative when men would grope me or touch me or assault me, whether they were photographers from the industry or men on the streets of Paris or whatever it was. And then I had been reprimanded by a couple of agents for being, combative, which was basically just standing up to sexual assault. And
Hopefully they show you how you used to look, because nobody believes you right now, okay?
in studios. And so my sense is that I was walked in there as sort of a challenge to see if Trump would do what he has admitted to doing to women, which is grabbing them, the Access Hollywood tape, he talked about it, his own words, and then what he did to me, and, what the other, 27 and counting women he has touched without consent have shared. So I think it was a challenge, and they were such close friends. These are the kind of creepy, misogynistic games they were up to together.
Okay, like I said, I can't validate your story, but we let you say, we gave you your time, we gave you your 2 minutes on the stage here at Our Bottom Line. Do you guys agree? Do you believe her? If you believe what she's saying, give me a thumbs up. If you think that she's loading a bunch of hogwash, throwing us a bunch of whatever, that's right, thumbs down. Believe her? Thumbs up. No, thumbs down. I got questions myself. I have my own questions. Why'd you let him do it? You don't really deal with the guy. What are you doing walking around? And it's a whole bunch of stuff. Couple of people got thumbs up here. We got 1 thumbs down. Couple of thumbs down. We got a lot of thumbs down. A lot of people don't believe it. Mark Dorfman's like, it seems like you're gonna trying to make a profit off of it, huh? Yeah. She's getting paid. See? Told you. Now, guess who's not getting paid? We're going to go over to, wait a minute. It's kind of up and down right now, but it looks like we got more people that are saying no. Okay, we got to keep on moving forward, you guys, because now in Washington, guess what just happened? The hemp market boom, just take a major hit. You know those drinks that have a little bit of hemp infused in them, and you could like go get a soda that has like a little bit of that little bit of that, you know what I'm saying, THC in it. Guess what they just did, you guys? Before, it was a free-for-all. You could have like 10% milligrams inside of there, and you'd be getting a little woozy off of it, right? Now, government, after they signed the bill the other day, the Farm Bill has just taken it down to 0.4 milligrams. So guess what? 198% loss in the market, and 95% of Tampa Bay businesses fear is going to be impacted. And again, we got more people over here that got the thumbs down that say that they don't believe the story more than we got thumbs up. Let's keep on going, because the spending bill just eliminated 95% of the hemp products in Tampa Bay businesses. Let's go, you guys. Let's go.
While the end of the government shutdown comes as welcome news to most Americans, the hemp industry is bracing for impact. A surprise provision in the newly passed funding bill prohibits the sale of nearly all hemp-derived products. News Channel 8's Victoria Lucas explains how it could impact local businesses.
The key provision here lies in THC. That's the psychoactive compound found in hemp products responsible for producing a high. So the ban bans hemp products that have more than 0.4 milligrams of THC inside of it, which experts say will wipe out 95% of the more than $28 billion industry.
Because we want dosage, man. We need my milligram. We're talking about 0.4 of them. 0.4, what's that going to get you? If you smoke, that ain't going to do nothing to you. What's they basically trying to say? They had it up to 10 milligrams, and then the way that they were doing that was because they say in a 12-ounce can, no, in a serving of 6, in a serving of 6, that's right, you can have 5 milligrams, right? So what were they doing? They were putting 12-ounce cans, and they were putting 10 milligrams to keep the milligrams up. But now that they did this, major hit to the market, a lot of people are going to be affected by this.
Concern is running high across the hemp industry as a bill to end the nation's longest government shutdown includes a provision to ban nearly all hemp-based products. David Millard owns the Hemp Spot here in St. Petersburg, along with 2 other Tampa Bay locations.
Our business is based on having, helping people get access to hemp products. And it would, for us, we'd have to go out of business.
Yep.
Millard says the provision outlawing products with more than 0.4 milligrams of THC would ban even bottles of CBD tinctures, which are generally small.
Even one dropper of a full spectrum CBD would have somewhere between half a milligram to maybe 1 milligram of THC.
In his first administration, President Trump signed the 2018 Farm Bill, which removed hemp from the controlled substances list. It also made all parts of hemp legal as long as it contained no more than 0.3% of Delta-9 THC.
So
what he didn't know or anticipate, and neither did most lawmakers, is that guys in hazmat suits and scientists were actually going to figure out how to spin the plant and extract psychotropic THC out of the hemp plant and create psychotropic products.
Nick Garrelay, owner of medical marijuana service provider My Florida Green, says this led to the sale of products such as gummies, vapes, and more with high levels of THC.
The normal dose for THC for someone that's looking for relief is usually between 5 and 10 milligrams. You have places that are selling 1,000 and 10,000 milligram gummies, which will put you in the hospital.
Because they didn't have any regulation. Now that there's regulation, a lot of people going out of business.
Especially if you're not expecting it.
This ban won't go into effect until next year. So until then, the U.S. Hemp Roundtable, a national advocacy group for the hemp industry, says it will spend the next 365 days advocating to help the federal government understand how to regulate hemp and protect Americans rather than ban parts of it.
What's going to happen, y'all? They done regulated and got the cannabis legal in certain places. Now they messing with the THC. Pretty crazy, y'all. It ain't over. I told you, it ain't over. Thought you ain't like the beat. Party ain't over. Behoove me. Come on, y'all. We got to get on over to California. This is a mess under fire over migrant truckers getting licenses and being issued to the wrong people. How many times we keep on hearing about this right now with all of these illegals that don't even understand our language, having licenses and being able to be on the road with deadly vehicles. Check this out, you guys. Let's go.
An illegal immigrant truck driver charged in a deadly Florida crash appearing in court today by Zoom in a case that kicked off controversy over states issuing CDLs to people in the country illegally. More on that ahead. Hello, I'm John Roberts in Washington. Happy Friday Eve, Sandra.
And to you as well, John. I'm Sandra Smith in New York, and this is America Reports. So just a month after the Florida incident, police arrested another illegal immigrant trucker accused of causing a deadly pileup in California. And according to the feds, the suspect never should have had a license.
Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy is taking action. Wednesday, he announced the cancellation of 17,000 commercial driver's licenses that were issued to foreign-born truckers in the state of California. Fox team coverage now. Trey Gowdy joins us in moments on the Trump administration's efforts to make American roads safer.
But we begin with William Lajeunesse. He's live in Los Angeles for us. Hello, William.
Well, Sandra, experts say right now the trucking industry is a mess, with diploma mills graduating unqualified drivers, states illegally giving licenses to undocumented immigrants during the Biden years to drive big rigs, and unscrupulous shippers using foreign labor to undercut prevailing rates and hours. Yep. At a major truck stop here in LA, we found one driver who spoke English.
There's one thing makes this thing safe. One item. And that's the man sitting behind the wheel. If you don't have a qualified man sitting right there, the rest doesn't matter.
Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy cracking down, ordering audits in at least 6 states to list and locate drivers who may have illegally received a CDL.
It makes a lot of sense right there. Make a lot of sense.
That if we're able to take out the unlawful, untrained, non-English speaking drivers, we will not have an issue on our roadways.
The purging of CDL rolls comes as 28-year-old Harjinder Singh appeared today in court after allegedly killing 3 in Florida in August when he made an illegal U-turn. Florida is suing California for giving Singh a license despite not speaking English and failing his driver test 10 times.
He failed his air brake test 10 times and he still was able to get a license. And you see what he did? Didn't even look like he changed the facial expression when he saw that car slammed into that cab like that. That's what I don't like about it. I do not like that right there. I would have been distraught, crying, going crazy, just seeing something happen like that crash into me. But let's keep on moving forward, you guys, because now we got to get on over to Florida, where these inmates broke into this car. But they ain't do it for a bad reason. Let me show you why they broke into this car right here, you guys. If it wasn't for these inmates, it could have been even worse right here. Because check this out. It was a baby stuck inside the car.
Yeah, let's check this out. Several inmates putting their unique skill set to good use. They jumped in to help free a 1-year-old who was locked inside an SUV. Here's TJ Holmes with the video.
This video shows inmates in their striped prison uniforms breaking into a car. But sheriff's deputies are standing nearby, telling them, go right ahead.
The front door.
They aren't stealing a car. They're rescuing a baby.
Is she okay in there?
A 1-year-old girl who was accidentally locked inside an SUV.
They're using their skill for something
After the parents
good.
called authorities for help, the group of Florida work release inmates who were nearby offered their special skill set.
You know, the trustees are people who have made mistakes. We're trying to rehabilitate them and get back in society.
The child's mother posted the video over the weekend saying Dad accidentally locked his keys inside with the girl.
Be like, I'm going to help this baby now, but can I get a little bit of time served, a little bit of time off? Y'all know how Bugatti is. I want to negotiate. Let me call my lawyer real quick. They want me to help this baby out this car. Oh, yeah, let's give him a little bit of time off. Let me get that in writing, please. Thank you.
So before resorting to smashing a window, the inmates gave them another option. A couple of them pried open the door just enough to slide a coat hanger inside and hit the unlock button.
Yes, thank God! Woo!
Police were grateful for the inmates' skills, which they say can only be used under supervision.
Only when the deputy's around, we give permission, can you break into that car?
Hell with all that. I need time off for saving the baby.
There were a few tears at the end.
Honey, was that stressful?
Look at revolutionary pot. You know what I'm talking about.
Oh, poor thing. So glad she's okay. That was TJ Holmes reporting. Listen to this. Those inmates, by the way, were able to break into that SUV in just under 2 minutes.
Hello, I'm Mark. That go to show you how fast your car could be out there, how fast your car could be gone. What do y'all think about that? Double tap that screen to get those likes up. And like I know I look like a lawyer all the time, but I ain't got no problem negotiating for you. Let me tell you something. Every time somebody tell me, I'll be like, whoa, 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 whoa. Did they pay you for that? Whoa, 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 whoa. Do you get a piece of that company? Whoa, whoa, whoa. I'm always the one trying to make sure y'all get y'all propers. Give some love for Starved for Truth. For $10, show the love. Respect my friend. Great show. Thank you guys so much. Y'all know I'm going to negotiate. Thank you so much. Everybody show Starved for Truth some love for the $10 super chat. How about everybody just send $10 right now? Bugatti trying to. Hold on a minute. Hold on. I don't have any one of them with me. Damn, I could have played it out perfect. I could have did it. All right, let's try to do this. All right, y'all. Everybody here, follow the pen. Follow the pen. You're getting sleepy. You're going to listen to everything I say. You're going to press super chat. And you're going to send $100. Y'all know what I was talking about, what I'm trying to do, right? Let's keep on going over here to Adam Killer, who says, arrest me, daddy. Guess what happened to him? He got arrested. You keep on running over the people talking about arrest me, daddy. This is a TikToker right here. He's famous for running up on police and saying arrest me, daddy. And I ain't gonna lie to you, it's so hard to not look at her and jump inside her DM. This one here, woo! Yeah, baby. Let me shut up because y'all might get mad at me for that. But let me get back to the story. Yes, this is the story that I've been telling you guys about. I just told you just now. This Adam Killer, arrest me, daddy. You guys know this TikToker. He's famous for this. Check this out. Well, he got arrested.
We are back with an ironic moment for a viral Chicago TikToker here.
You might have heard of him. He's known for approaching police officers on the streets and saying, arrest me, daddy.
I was waiting for you to deliver that one.
It finally happened. Take a look.
You forgot the ooh.
Oh, arrest me, daddy.
There you have it. The rapper, he's known as A Damn Killer. His real name is Adam Kelly. He posted footage on social media on Monday showing him in handcuffs, surrounded by Chicago police, and he captioned it, quote, they listened.
They sure did.
Yep. CPD didn't confirm any of the details of the arrest, but the Sun-Times reported that the rapper was detained and then released about 20 minutes later. The social media influencer told the Chicago Sun-Times that he went right back to making videos.
He needed a little bit more time in those handcuffs.
He's probably going even more viral now.
Yeah.
Getting arrested for running up on Popo saying, ooh, arrest me. Oh my God. And you got arrested that time, didn't you? He got arrested that time. We got to keep on moving forward, you guys. I want you to see this. This is one of the best photo bombs that could ever happen to you. Imagine you're in the sea and you're trying to take some photos. And all of a sudden, as soon as they're about to snap that picture, a humpback whale jumps out of the water and does a dazzling flip. And I'm going to let you guys see it for yourself.
Oh, check this out. Whale watchers on the Ocean Explorer got up close with a whale. It jumped out of the water not far from their boat. It happened in Newport Beach. Passengers were on edge.
I think that's a beautiful photo.
They were in that splash zone. Excited. A few lucky visitors from Las Vegas were even photobombed by the whale. Look at that shot. It looks fake, Henry.
It does look fake.
Doesn't it?
It's beautiful.
How cool is that, though?
It does. And that's Veronica. Veronica's well known. She's a show-off.
Oh, really? Veronica the whale.
I'm teasing, but I've named that whale Veronica. I don't know why. But
that's fantastic, though. I think I would be screaming, too, but it would be like this mix of adrenaline and awe. And, I mean,
it's very exciting.
Absolutely.
I think they should change the name to Felicia because it's more famous. Be like, bye, Felicia. Dive, Felicia. And guess what, you guys? I want you guys to tell me, what do you think about Nova right now? Do you think that you see any improvements with Nova? We've been following up with our dog for the entire month here. We've already been donating to his rehabilitation. This is the 5-year-old pit bull that we at our bottom line have donated to. I'm hoping that he gets those back legs moving soon. I'm just going to tell you guys that at this point, I am not so sure, and I just got to be honest with it. Lynn, I hope you're not watching, but I don't see the legs moving as much as I hope that they would, and I want to see that tail moving. So I'm just going to keep on praying for Nova and hope that he gets this, snaps back in. Maybe he got to get some rejuvenative stuff going on. But yeah, check out Nova with his wheelchair now.
What is it? What is it? I know. You got to do your therapy, man. You got therapy today. You got to work with the beautiful ladies. You drinking you some water over there in the corner?
Uh-oh, the tail moving.
The wheel caught up, huh?
The tail is moving.
You getting the wheel caught.
The tail is moving. His tail is moving.
No.
Massive progress right there. And just so you know, the reason he got those on his feet because he's dragging his hair off of his feet. He's done the same thing to part of his tail. Going through a rough time right now while he's trying to rehabilitate. But once I see controlling that tail, he's controlling his tail. That's dope. I like this. I know pit bulls, and if they control that tail, those legs are coming. I ain't see that before. Those legs are coming back. Let me tell you something about a pit bull's tail. If anybody here ever had a pit bull or a friend of somebody that has a pit bull, or let me say it the way that you guys want me to say it, an XL bully. I don't look at the word pit bull as a bad word, and I don't care about the way other people generalize it. But okay, XL pit bull. XL bully. That tail can drive nails. I'm talking about, I done had some pit bulls in my day. I'm talking about the bigger they are, even the little ones. They start wiggling that tail in the back. That tail will knock you. You be like, why are you whipping on me? The tail will literally feel like it's whipping on your leg. That's how strong their tails are. Y'all know what I'm talking about. If you ever had a pit bull, I have a black nose red pit bull. Yeah, 400. Look at that. Pit bulls aren't bad dogs. They just get they get bad owners. That's right. Pit bulls were the best dog I ever had. 490. See what I'm saying, you guys? And I like you guys because you're real owners and you're real pit bull owners. And you're not worried about saying the name. I don't care about scaring these other people. Pit bull is the best dog you could ever have. I'm going to tell you like this. I got bit by a chihuahua before I got bit by a pit bull. How about that? And they're nothing but the most sweetest dogs ever. You'd be lucky. You'd be happy to get home for your pit bull. And they get all big and strong and diesel. So when you're walking down the block, people are like, look at that big dog. I like all of that about them. I love every part of it. And another thing, I like the way they protect the house. I bet you if they had them pit bulls inside that church, wouldn't nobody went in there and stole no turkeys. How about that? I keep on telling you people, when you live in a bad neighborhood, you got to get yourself some pit bulls. I'm telling you right now, they should have put some pit bulls in that church because they would have been running out there like, they wouldn't have got no turkey. They wouldn't have got no fixins, no nothing. Put a pit bull inside somewhere, see what happened. They ain't going to get jacked. Because then as soon as you look through the window, oh my God, they got a big ass pit bull in there. We ain't going in there this year. Exactly. Unless you want Fang to have a go at it with you real quick. Y'all know what I'm talking about, right? And if y'all trying to make some money, hit that link in the description and fill out some surveys today. I think there's about $275 worth of surveys in there today. You guys can make some money and I'll make some money too. Also, if you're trying to promote your business, you need to give it over to us. Send us the promo. Make sure it's in a 1080 by 1080 size frame and we'll put it up in the post notification area so more than 58,000 subscribers can see your promo and maybe you'll get some more business. And guess what? Today, that's my DJ. That's my DJ. That's my DJ. That's my DJ. That's right, your boy Bugatti NYC. Show your talent search. DJ Don Dada, formerly of Black Ink Crew, gonna be turning up today in Staten Island. Time to wine, wines and spirits from 1 to 4 p.m. We gonna be in Staten Island with Big Drip Hard Punch. 14% by volume. You gotta be 21 or older if you're trying to taste the punch. Check this out, y'all. It's gonna be at Time to Wine, Wine and Spirits at the Pergamon Shopping Mall in Staten Island. That's today. Today, we're doing the talent show. You're trying to make $250. Y'all pull up. Let me see what you got. If you're good, boom! You're going to be able to make $250 in Staten Island at the Time to Wine, Wine and Spirits from 1 to 4 p.m. You guys at the Pergamon Shopping Mall. That's where we're going to be at today. Myself, that's right, your boy BOOGOTTINYC. I'm the host, and we're sponsored by Big Drip Hard Punch. This is the talent show that we've been talking about and that we keep on talking about. So in Staten Island, if y'all got that heat today, y'all pull up and I like it. Boom! One person is going to get $250. After we get everybody together in all 5 boroughs, we bring everybody together for that grand prize of $1,000 right there. That's right, you guys. One person is going to be able to actually walk away with $1,250 combined from the $250 that they won in their borough. If you're that good, you might win the other $1,000 at the finale. That's the Show Your Talent search started already, but it's going on today in Staten Island, Pergamon Shopping Mall, and Time to Wine. Myself, BOOGOTTINYC, DJ Don Dada. Y'all know who I'm talking about. That's my DJ from Black Ink Crew. She gonna be there. She did the promo. You guys know what we're talking about. Come on through, taste the Big Drip, even if you don't want to be a part of the show. A part of the talent show. Take some photos. We going live from there. So everybody that's not gonna be able to come through, we'll be going live directly from the Time to Wine, Wine and Spirits in Staten Island. That's right, you guys. If you're available to come on through. And if you want to be a part of any other part of the talent show in any other borough, all you got to do is go to the website, www.drinkbigdrip.com. That's 2 G's and 2 P's, BIGGDRIPP. Fill out put your email in the mailing list, and you're going to get all of the updates, and we're going to keep you posted on where we're doing the next talent show at. Might be Queens, might be the Bronx. Wherever it is, you guys need to show up because we're going to have a fantastic time. We're going to turn up the music. We're going to hang out. We're going to vibe out. We're going to go live, and we're going to do what we do, you guys. So I can't wait to see you at the Time to Wine, Wine and Spirits in Staten Island today. That's right, you guys. Today, don't say, oh, I didn't know when it was, Bugatti. No. It's today from 1 to 4 p.m. That's right, you guys. Another Star for Truth. Thank you so much for that $10 super chat again. And who we got up in the building that we showing some love to for some prayers for this Saturday morning? Who we got up in there? We're going to show some love for K-Native, RN, Casey Ramos. We're going to pray for you. Who else we praying for right now? Terry Cone, Nero Mello, Revolutionary Pot, Rebecca, Lon Yen Bueno chiming in from Grand Rapids, Michigan, Mark Topping, 8090, Diggity Diggs, 489. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Liberty and Justice, Christine, Casey Ramos, Infamous Ewing. We got Rebecca Lanyan, Bueno, Batty Lynn. We got a lot of people up in here today, but Lord, I want to make sure that you know that we all come in for the same thing. We show nothing but love and respect to each other. We all love you, and we hope that you continue to keep on showing your love to us, and we ask that today. Amen. That's how you do it, you guys. And I can't wait to see you tomorrow for what? Purple Sunday. Purple Sunday, y'all. It's Purple Sunday. You got to rock something purple because it's our logo color, and that's what we represent one day of the week. Sunday, that's Purple Sunday, you guys. And guess what I'm going to say right now? Y'all could have went anywhere. But the fact of the matter that y'all came in and chill with me on this Saturday, this beautiful day, from the core and the love of my heart, I want to tell you guys this. Drink some water. Stop worrying about problems because the Lord woke you up this morning. First thing you should do is ask him and say, thank you for waking me up. Then you deal with the problem. Because if you wasn't able to, you wouldn't be able to complain. That's what I want to say to you guys. And do me another favor. Smile for no reason. Make the haters feel bad. That's what you want to do, you guys. I can't wait to see you today in Staten Island. Pull up. Let's have a shot. Let's do some stuff. And y'all know what I'm going to say. Y'all could have went anyway. But the fact of the matter that you came here to chill with me today, I appreciate you. So until tomorrow, get 'em!